Hi, in this video, we will talk about how to come up with search terms so that you'll get better and more relevant results with your searches. Coming up with good search terms can be tricky, so we will go over a few things that will help with the process. But before we do that, we will do a quick recap of the search process. You start the process with defining your research topic. Maybe you have an essay title or a research question that you need to answer. Once you have defined your topic, you will start brainstorming for search words. Then you will turn the search terms into a search string. You might use phrases, Boolean operators, or search techniques at this point. Then you will do a search in the library databases. You browse the results, and hopefully you will find some good ones. And when you go through the results, you might get new ideas for search terms or even a different approach to your topic. So take note of the new search terms that you come across. You might end up going all the way back to the beginning and redefining your topic, or you might go back to the brainstorming phase and think of new search terms and synonyms, or you might come up with different ways to combine the terms into a search string. The first step of coming up with search terms is to look at your topic sentence or your research question. Rather than using the whole topic sentence or research question as a search string, identify the main concepts or ideas and use these as your initial search terms. If you use the whole research question in the search, you probably won't find any results, as all the words that are in the search string also need to be in the search result. If your topic is the impact of TikTok influencer endorsements on the purchasing behavior of consumers buying cosmetic products, the main concepts could be influencer endorsement, purchasing behavior, and cosmetic products. After you have your initial search terms, you can start brainstorming synonyms, since different people and fields might use different words to describe the same phenomena. You can also add acronyms to your search term list, but remember that the same acronym might have different meanings in different contexts. For example, MVP might mean minimum viable product or most valuable player, depending on who you're talking to. It is also useful to think of related topics, broader and narrower terms, and add them to your search terms as well. For example, TikTok influencer might be too specific, so you might want to use the broader term social media influencer instead. It's a good idea to list your search terms so you will quickly see what you already have come up with and what might be missing. Listing search terms will also make it easier to make search strings. And when you need to go back to your search, you don't have to start from zero if the terms are listed. You can easily turn your search terms into a search string. Pick one word from each column and combine them. For example, you could pick influencer marketing and combine that with consumer behavior and cosmetics. Please note that most library databases, the AND operator is built in, so you don't have to type it like in the example, but it's here to make the search string easier to read. Once you have done your initial search, and if you have found even one good article, it can lead you to new search terms and sources. Check the keywords or subject terms in Primo or the database that you are using. Don't forget to check the keywords in the article itself, as they might be a bit different from the ones listed in the databases. The subject terms are used in library databases to describe the key content of the articles and books. Don't forget to check the abstract, as that might also have some good terms that you can use for your search. And it is also useful to check the bibliography for other articles relating to your topic. You might even see some good search terms in the titles. And now we'll go to Primo and see how you can check the subject terms there. We'll start our search with the example search string. So influencer marketing and consumer behavior and cosmetics. We can see that we get 53 results, though not too many. You could easily browse through all of these if you wanted to. I can tweak my results from the left. Say if I only wanted research articles, I could select the peer-reviewed journals filter. And now I can see that I only have 25 results left. I could then start browsing and looking at the titles. And when I find something suitable, I can then click on the title, and that will open up a new page where I can find subject terms. You might need to scroll a little bit since they are at the bottom of the page. So underneath here, you can find the abstract and a bit more details about the publisher and the authors. And here you have the subjects. So we can see that we have influencer marketing, consumer behavior, and cosmetics over here. But we could, for example, use endorsements, market strategy, influence, or purchase intention in our searches as well. We can also open the article and see what keywords are listed there, since they might differ from the ones that we have here in Primo. So over there, and I will open this up as a PDF since that's a bit nicer to read. And here you can see the keywords listed in the actual article. So they're quite different from the ones in Primo. So we might use, for example, expertise, trust, influencer, or brand image in our search. We could now go back to the search term list and add the new search terms there because we don't want to forget them. And we could modify the search string, maybe swap consumer behavior with purchase intention and see what happens to the search results. Or we could leave out a search term altogether, maybe drop consumer behavior from the search, which would mean that we would get more search results as we have fewer search terms. Spend some time thinking about the search terms as they will affect your search results. Try different combinations to see what yields the most suitable results. Don't worry if you don't find any results with your first search. You might need to tweak it a few times until you find the best results. And you can always ask help from the library.